Carmelo, come si chiama queste? Laila. 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 Laila in Arabic means night. Forse c'è anche qualcun altro. Ah, somebody else. So people, good morning. Here we are in a different place this morning. We're actually right next door. We're here in Magdala on the Franciscan side. I'm not sure if I've ever done a live stream in here at this hour of the morning. There's Ducanaltum. And here's Mount Arbel, so you're not disoriented. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well. And there's Mount Arbel, so you see where we are. And there's an excavation going on. The site is very well cleaned up, thanks be to God now. A lot of work to do that. There's actually a theory that the Church of Mary Magdalene is on this corner because this was a Byzantine monastery, is almost for certain because of certain elements that were found here years and years ago. And it would continue primarily outside the wall, so in the camping property next door and not here in the Franciscan property. So we're going to spend a little time going around here. It'll be a different sunrise stroll and chat this morning. There are very beautiful lines in the scripture. I invite you to look at them, especially the last line of Micah, the prophet, that God isn't very much interested in our huge ritual things if our heart is not there. And more important than all the huge religious things we could do, more important is to be humble, to be kind, to be devoted in our heart. Both go together. One doesn't go without the other. And the most important one is the humility part, because that's where there's a true offering of the heart. Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
So that's the big message from the first reading. They're getting organized here, or they're already working, some of them. This is the work of the archaeologist and the helpers. With their picks and their shovels and their spades, but then it gets fine work down below. So they're freeing up this wall here. And we'll probably get a little explanation from Carmelo, who is the head archaeologist here. An Italian man who's been an archaeologist for 30 years here in Israel.
I think I know where another pickhead is for you there, Jeff.
That's an English-speaking volunteer. We'll probably try to catch him later. So here we also have a very interesting piece of archaeology. If you remember, I often talked about the road outside the sacristy over at Ducanaltum, which you can just peep at there. Sorry, I took you to a good spot for going down. You can always say beep beep, don't block traffic. Hi. And then, so this is the Roman road. Imagine the condition of this road. You don't have to imagine it, you can look at it. Look at the condition of this Roman road. This is amazing. This is the town of Magdala. I wonder who walked on this street 2,000 years ago. This tower is from the 2nd century. 2nd century Roman tower. So 2nd century is the time of the Bar Kokhba rebellion, when Jerusalem was destroyed for a second time and completely erased off the map by the Emperor Hadrian. You remember Hadrian's Wall in Britain? And then you have all these columns here. There are different theories of how to understand this space. There's supposed to be a Greek gymnasium here. A gymnasium was both educational, like the word gymnasium means in Germany and in Italy, but gymnasium was also connected with sport, with outdoor life, with exercise. So it was, it had that double function in Greek culture. There are very interesting water installations. But the time is going to go quickly in this sunrise stroll and chat this morning. So I think it's important now that at this point we get a word in from Carmelo when he comes back. We can take advantage of him walking back here in a moment without disturbing his agenda and all the other things he must have in his mind, organizing a dig, coordinating the volunteers, processing the discovery as it progresses. You have been told, O man, what is good and what the Lord requires of you, only to do the right and to love goodness and to walk humbly with your God. I know this little one, she was a puppy and she already had a big litter. I'm not sure what the word litter is just for pigs. But I think it's also used for dogs, is it? It's a long time since I was involved with that. To the upright I will show the saving power of God, not to the people who do all kinds of bows and bends, people who are honest, coherent, who respect and honor their neighbor. Not for your sacrifices do I rebuke you, but for your burnt offerings are before me always. Why do you recite my statutes, though you cast my words behind you? That hypocrisy that all of us who practice faith, practice our faith together as a religious community, it's so easy to be hypocritical. But every society and every people of no faith can also be hypocritical. But there's a great, let's say, calling on us if we want to reach that fulfillment in God. There's a great calling on us to be straight with God, to be coherent. Good morning. Did Carmelo come here? He didn't. I thought it was Carmelo coming over here, but it was you apparently.
You looking for Carmelo?
No, yeah, I had him earlier.
Carmelo.
Who is this?
Eleanor, how are you?
Eleanor. How are you, Eleanor?
You.
We're on live stream here, Eleanor.
I think
So you're digging.
I think he's under here.
Okay,
That's
I'll
where he
catch
was
you now.
last time
I'll
I
catch
saw
you.
him.
Where are you from?
From Poria.
Oh, you're here. You live here in the area.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Texas, but
From
we're
Texas.
living here right now.
Yeah, I got the accent. Wasn't from Korea originally.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from heaven. You're on camera here. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And what do you do in Korea?
Mostly we've been there for about 4 months. We're volunteering different places right
Fantastic.
now.
And here you're enjoying a moment of archaeology.
Yeah.
What's the excitement of being in an archaeological dig?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, so far it's interesting. It's a lot of work. And it's more humid today than it's been the last 2 weeks. So
The best way to put these in, I know from farming, is the following. If you want to tighten the pick, is there much?
yeah, it's the problem
short.
is it's way down deep,
Yeah,
and
the
so
hand,
if you just
the,
hit the
hand-
metal,
yeah,
it's
the,
not
hand,
gonna help.
the handle is.
I need a
No, actually, you don't need to hit the metal. You hit the wood. And the
right,
wood
but I'm
takes
saying
down.
if I slam
Right.
it down, I just hit the
It'll
metal,
fall
so
off
it
as
doesn't
well.
help.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. If you had
I need a shim is what I need to tighten it up. But.
Well, I wish you luck with that task. I must get Carmelo for a little chat about the archaeology. So then the other folks are pushing Jesus to give him a sign. You see, signs are helpful, but what kind of sign do we need for religious faith? That's a big challenge. Oh, must be a family there. There's a little girl there, and kids, younger people. So that's beautiful. Now I need to find Carmelo. He's gotten away from my purview. I wonder if he's over here. I hear more American accents here.
Okay, definitely.
Oh no, that's a French person speaking. Well, I'm going to find Carmelo because that's essential now. But he's not over there. So he's disappeared. Well, he did tell me that they're early in the excavation so far, and we'll have a good. If we don't get to talk to them today, we'll have a good excuse to come back a second time. Imagine you're walking in over a Roman period gymnasium, and this was the center of the space here. Then there'd be a water installation because it was also beauty, which is obviously part of education and education to understand beauty. So there must be the youngest excavator. What's the big expectation this morning?
Everyone wants to find a coin.
A coin. Especially with the children, the coins are important. Hello there, welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome to the dig in Magdala.
You brought someone from Ireland.
I
Yesterday I was here staying in a hotel.
Oh really?
So I looked for you. Father John told me you are...
Okay, nobody's perfect. Where are you from?
I'm from Israel. I'm a tour guide.
Oh, you're a tour guide. Oh, okay, excellent, excellent. And so you're putting your hands in the clay now.
Exactly. I want to find a coin.
You want to find a coin?
Yes.
I want that little girl to find a coin. So we'll leave the matter there. And I have missed Carmelo. He has escaped. He's more difficult to find now than a coin. Oh, I see where he went. Carmelo! I see he's over at headquarters, which I just discerned now if I was headquarters. So this is the beginning of excavation in this spot here. Do people speak English here? Ah, very good. And is that an American accent? Aha. And what's the goal today? What you're looking for something? Finding treasure. Okay, and any dream about what treasure you might find today? Aha. So a little bit digging, but perseverance is the name of the game, you know? Look at what all these people found in generations before you. Oh, I think we can catch Carmelo now. I'm going to go out this way here. Here we're walking along the pier. This is the port of Magdala, the 1st century. Well, there are 2 piers here. This is a very interesting thing. Here we have the water's obviously getting corrupted now. Carmelo? Parliamo adesso? Ah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
So Adam, Father Miroslav is...
Have you noticed more humid today than, I don't know how it was late last week. Was it like this? This is really...
So now I'm going to get Carmelo if he's available. Can we have 2 minutes, 1 minute? Afterwards, okay. He was just called by somebody, so maybe there was a discovery. Is this your first time on a dig?
I've been here several times in the past 2 weeks. But yes, other than this 2 weeks, this is the first time. This 2 weeks.
This is a nice backdrop here with the Roman tower, 2nd century, standing in the middle of a gymnasium. It's amazing to see these walls, the way they were built, the stones, the way they were cut with purpose and with you would say, a certain level of beauty, of form.
Red and white flag means it's an artifact.
How much of our house will be around in 2,000 years' time? An old tree that came to grief because it shouldn't be in here would be, all the roots would dismantle the structures underneath because roots keep growing and forcing. Look at this here. This stone is very important, and I'll tell you why. Carmelo. So I'm going to switch over to Carmelo. He's ready for me now. And he can be called away at any time, understandably. When something is happening, his role is to direct the dig. So this girl is getting an assignment over here.
Yes. But Rachel, not to pass the stones. I will still be happy to see those stones. So it's mainly throwing into the rim. Okay? Yeah. You see, it's gonna fill up, and then when you get to that, let me know.
Sure.
Then at this level, okay? When you get with the sand to this level.
So there's instruction for a budding archaeologist.
Okay, so no higher than the green.
No higher than the rim.
Okay, I get it.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Carmelo, this is...
Yeah, but I need Carmelo now. We have to work.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. So we'll be back another time to catch you. That's okay, it's okay. So apparently we're not going to make a lot of progress here with the conversation about the archaeology at this moment, which is understandable. It's this time of the morning. The dig is going forward. Organization has to be done. Oops. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to concentrate on the sunlight. We'll leave it like that today, people. But now you see the excitement. You see also all the archaeology here in Magdala. Let me finish that little piece for you so you'll have a little bit more logical, coherent thought this morning. Here we have two piers, or quays, or docks. So here you have this one going along here, quite a long one. If I walk from one of these stones to another, let's see how many steps we'll get. There's a stone with a hole in it for tying a boat. And if I one, two, well, three big ones, and I got to this one. And then the next one is about 5 away. So you could bring in a cruiser here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More, just a little bit more than 5. And the next one looks like it's almost the same distance away. You see it sticking out there on the wall. And so there are 5 of these on this dock. But the interesting thing is that there's another dock right behind it. And that dock has, if this stone was not found in there, we wouldn't be able to know for sure that this was also a key. So this one is Hasmonean Period. That means extending from, let's say, the Maccabee time to up to Herod the Great. And then you have the, or a little bit before Herod the Great. And then you have the early Roman time starting. So we have 2 docks from 2 periods here. And that's a big deal. And it also establishes Magdala as a port, and a significant port with a lot of history here at the Sea of Galilee. A port town that was processing fish. So let's leave it like that for today. To love goodness and to walk humbly in life, in family, in work and friends, and to be thankful and grateful. God bless you people. See you later, alligators.